Okay, well, this story takes place in Manabí, Ecuador, back in 1982. When I was young, back in the Jurassic, I used to be crazy about fishing. So I went to work with this crazy Italian guy who happened to own a fishing boat, a big fishing boat. And we rented the boat for people who wanted to catch big marlins. And when we talk about big marlins, we're talking about 1,000 pounds or more, and big marlins. So one morning in September, this September morning was cloudy, and we were looking for somebody because usually we had this little kid who helped us in the sea with all the bites and everything. But the guy was sick, so I was looking for some help in town, and nobody was available. But this guy was around 19 years old, and he was crippled. And I say, well, I think we should take him because he knows how to fix the bites and everything. But the Italian guy say, no, we're not going to take a crippled guy with us. This is crazy because we put ourselves in danger first, and then we're going to be responsible for this guy in the open sea. I don't think so. Well, finally, and he told me, well, you have to do it. What's the problem? Well, okay. We went with those two Canadians and the one Argentinian guy who rented the boat for 2 days for open sea fishing. So the first night we were fishing around 30 miles off the shore, and we went to Isla de la Plata. We spent the night there, and everybody was drinking. I mean, heavily drinking, fishing and drinking and having a good time. And I went to sleep because I knew we had to go early in the morning, like 4 o'clock in the morning, like 40, 50 miles away. So Isla de la Plata is already 30 miles off the Ecuadorian coast, plus another 50 miles. We will be very far away in the Humboldt Current. So neither the captain or I, we were drinking, but everybody else was. One of them, he went to make coffee, and we had this little stove. It's a fiberglass, 30 feet. Boat, a nice one. And he actually forgot to close the stove. So 4 o'clock in the morning, everybody woke up. I start fixing the bites and everything, and preparing the rods. And the captain was checking the instruments and everything when we heard this explosion. It was a boom, a gigantic boom. And the guy came out because he went to make coffee. He put a match on it, and there was gas all over, and boom. So he came out absolutely burned. And everybody else came up to the bridge, and we were scared, but we didn't know what happened. So few seconds later, the gas balloon exploded and made a big hole in the hull, and we barely had chance to take our jackets, a rope, some water, and jump to the water. And the boat capsized in about 8 minutes altogether. We didn't have chance to call nothing at all. So we were very worried about this guy who was burned, because he was actually, you could see the flesh inside, no skin. And he had to jump into the salt water. So that was terrible. So we tied him up. He was screaming and yelling. And this crazy Italian captain, he said, well, we have to cut him loose because, what happened is that the small fish is going to come to eat him, and then the big fish is going to come after. And we're all going to be in trouble. I say, you got to be kidding. No way. There is no way. So we followed a little bit, but no. But the guy was, actually, he passed out, pain and everything. And we were left about 9 hours in the open sea. In the sun, it was really hard. We had this, we had enough water, yeah, but we had like 4 gallons thing. And we're trying to keep calm and pray for somebody, fishermen who just come out of nowhere, which was exactly what happened. Like 8 or 9 hours after, this small fishing boat came, and they were actually throwing a net. And guess who was the guy who saw us? The crippled guy. He saw us. Nobody else did, but he saw us. And we were rescued. And we took this guy to the hospital. And we heard that he was very serious, in serious condition. And we were very thankful to be alive, and we were very, very thankful with this crippled guy. As far as I know, the Italian guy hired him forever. And, yeah, he was his right hand ever since, and well, I was some kind of, I think that's the only time I was really scared for my life. And I say, I don't think we're gonna make it, It was 4 o'clock, and actually the small fish started eating him. And I said, well, maybe this is it. And who was really crying wasn't the guy injured. He was the Italian guy. Unbelievable. He was crying. He was praying. The night before, or 2 nights before, he said that, oh, I don't believe in God. You know what I'm saying. My engines are gone. Really? Guess what happened? And he was, praying in the middle of the sea. I'm like, okay, well. We always call him when we're in trouble. But somehow, I don't know, destiny was incredible, because the guy who we didn't want to take him with us, he was the guy actually who saved us. And I never forget that story.